Hey guys, welcome back to the Apex V2R YouTube channel. My name is Marc-Andre, and today we are going to try and shine some light on one of the biggest questions that come up when you're looking to build your racing simulator. Is triple monitors better than VR? So what we got here is we got one simulator equipped with a virtual reality headset, and I've got one simulator with triple monitors. We're going to try and give you the plus and minuses of each, and then give us our opinion on which ones you should be looking at and what you should consider with each setup. Let's start off with this triple monitor setup here. What we're looking at is three 32-inch curved monitors, 2K resolution at 165 refresh rate. So the advantages is because of the resolution refresh rates, you are going to get a better quality image out of monitors versus VR. So if quality is the most important thing on your list, probably what you're gonna wanna end up going with. Now, another thing that's great with triple monitors is the ease of use. So there's a little bit of setup work, but once you are set up, pretty much turn on your PC, jump in your rig, launch your game, and you're ready to go. It doesn't really require maintenance, and you won't really experience any crashing issues with anything that's running software for triple monitors. So that's great. Another thing that's important to know is if ever you're planning on streaming or you already are a streamer, your followers are going to want to see your face, see your reaction, so that they can connect with you better. Something that's a little bit harder to do if you have a VR headset on your head. Another advantage for me, and this is a big one, is peripherals. You can add a dash, which you can program LEDs to do different functions. The dash is the same thing. You can add a button box or a fourth monitor, which is still in the works for this cockpit here. That way it gives you more controls of what you're doing, more data, so more information as you're driving, which is always great to have. Now, some of the drawbacks is the immersion factor. You're not gonna get the same feeling of speed. You're not gonna get depth perception like you would with a virtual reality headset. The other thing that's important to know is when you're running 3 monitors at that high of a resolution as we are now, you have to be ready to spend a little bit more money for your graphics card and your PC build. Now that we've looked at the triple monitor simulator, let's have a look at the plus and minuses of a VR simulator. So obviously immersion here is key. Once you have a VR headset on your over your eyes, you're gonna get a feeling of speed, of depth, elevation change. It really starts to feel like you are in the car and feeling all of the action. Now the other thing that's pretty good is you're gonna get what I like to call an unlimited field of view. And what that means is you can move your head and you can move your eyes and pretty much look at any angle or anywhere you want, which again adds to the immersion. The other thing that I find that you get better here is a feel for your environment, because you can a lot easier tune into your mirrors. You can do a shoulder check. You can kind of look over and spot your apexes or your reference points a lot better, which is always good. As of someone like me, I'm a bit of a squirrel when stuff is going on around me, and I can get easily distracted if I'm on a monitor. If I have a VR headset, I'm completely locked into the simulator and no idea what's going on around me. So I can't really get distracted, which helps me personally stay focused in a race. It's easier on the PC, so you won't need to beef up your PC as much as if you are doing triple monitor. Now again, this may depend on which VR headset you will use. In our case, we're using an HP Reverb G2 on a 3070, and it's more than enough to run it at full capacity. Some of the disadvantages are weight. So if you are driving for a very long time, doing an endurance race and you're in the car for 3 to 4 hours, you will start to feel that weight on your neck unless you build up to it and train for it. The other thing is because the screens are actually so much closer to your eyes, it will end up straining your eyes a little bit more. So just be aware of that, and maybe you'll put some eye drops on, and like I said, maybe you'll do a bit of neck exercise, you'll get used to it after time. And then going back to streaming, which we've mentioned with the triples, is if you are planning on streaming with a VR headset, it's a little bit harder to get connected with your audience. Probably the biggest drawback that you have to consider is the sickness side of things. So we use VR in the store and we have a lot of experience with this. The first time you're going to try driving in VR, you are going to be prone to dizziness or nausea. Once you do get used to VR, you will never have an issue again, but we are all built differently. There is no way to anticipate or predict how you are going to be reacting to VR. So I would definitely say if you are looking at doing VR for your setup, go out and try it first. Maybe see if there's a center like ours near you, or maybe reach out to the sim community and see if there's anyone in your area that will let you try it out. Very important that before you commit to virtual reality, see if you can experience it and find out how you will react to VR. And the last thing, which I think is probably the most important, it can be quirky from a software point of view. So VR will work through different applications in order to work with the softwares you'll be using, like iRacing, Assetto Corsa, rFactor, for example. And sometimes it won't be running smoothly, so you'll have to do a couple of little workarounds, and it can also crash on you. So if you're starting to drive in the middle of a race, it can run into issues. So it's one thing to be aware. So if reliability is important for you, maybe this isn't the best option. So there you have the plus and minuses of both systems. Now, which one is better? So I don't think there's a clear answer in this case. I think that you have to weigh the pros and cons of each and try and determine what's more important for you. For example, if quality of image is more important for you, then you want to go with the triple. If immersion is more important for you, then you want to go with the VR setup. In my case, I used to be in VR for the longest time, and recently I started to drive a little bit more with triple monitors, and that currently is my preference. For the quality of image, for the simplicity of use, and for access to all of the peripherals and the extra things that you can add, like a dash, button box, fourth monitor for more data. If, for example, you will never be in a real race car or never get to experience that on a regular basis, and you really want to feel like you're in the middle of the action, I would maybe recommend going with VR. But in my case, I get to drive in race cars and in cars on tracks 2 to 3 times a week during our summer season. So I'm not really craving that immersion, and that's another reason why I will choose the triple monitor. That is our pros and cons of both and our recommendation for triple monitor versus VR. Thank you again for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to see some more cool videos that are going to be coming out. Also, be sure to leave in the comments if you've had the chance to try virtual reality and triple monitors, to let us know what you preferred and why you've made that selection. If you happen to be in the area of our Ottawa store, why not stop in and try it for yourself and let us know what you think. So on that note, guys, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the virtual tracks.